I first just want to thank everyone for coming out and being part of this day. Also want to take this opportunity as well to just thank all the students for this past season for bringing the rowdy back in Gallagher Arena. You guys made it, again, one of the toughest places to play in all of college basketball. And, you know, teams, again, started to fear coming into Gallagher Iba. And from the bottom of our hearts, I thank the students and all the fans for all the support that they gave this team this past season. It all ended a little too soon and didn't end the way we wanted it, but there was a lot of outstanding moments in this past season. And when we were talking about where to have this press conference today, and it was our players' idea, it was their idea to have it here in the student union, to be a part of the student and be a part of the campus. So you mean that much to this basketball team and to these players. So thank you again. I want to hear it one more time. Thank you. Anytime you're a part of a team, any type team, and your team has success like we did, then certain individuals are going to be achieving certain awards and have certain opportunities. But some of these opportunities that some of these players have been presented would only come about because they do have great teammates. They're a very close-knit group of guys, very close, probably one of the closest teams I've ever been a part of. And again, when you win, good things happen to everybody. And that's the case for several of these players. So we thought we'd take today the opportunity to let three of these players who had decisions to make, had opportunities to be a part of things, and decisions that they've been thinking about for the last couple of weeks, we thought we'd take this opportunity to let them share from them their thoughts and their decisions. Le'Bryan Nash, LB.
Like Coach said, thank y'all for coming out. This is one of the hardest decisions of my life. It took a lot, talk to Coach Ford, talk to my family, and I decided to come back for my junior year.
Next young man, junior guard Markel Brown. Markel.
How y'all doing? Sounds good. Wow, man, this has been a great year for our team. Man, it's been a long year. Man, it's been a great year playing here with these guys. It's been a long journey. I don't know what to say, man. What you think I should do, man? I've had the time to talk to my family, talk to my grandma, my uncles, and we all came up with the decision that it was time for me to keep building on this legacy here at Oklahoma State. I just want to thank y'all for all the support, and let's do it again next year.
Freshman guard Marcus Smart.
Once again, how everybody doing? I'm doing good. Like Markel and Le'Bryan came up here and said, it's been a great year. We had a great season. These group of guys meant a lot to me, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us the way y'all did. The coaching staff has been great, and everybody has just been amazing in this decision that I'm making today. And I got to talk to my mom, my family, my brothers, and it was a hard decision to make. I love you guys. I'm a Cowboy in heart, so looks like I'm coming back for my sophomore year. Thank you. To be honest, this was a little bit earlier than I expected to make, but got to talking to my mom about some things, and it just clicked with me. I've been praying, and just follow my heart. This is where it's at, and I'm glad to be here. But there's a lot of speculations going. I've been bashed and criticized that I probably made a mistake of coming back here. And, that the NBA will be there. I should have took it. This draft class is much weaker than next year's. But, I think I made the right decision. And all that was telling me from those people that said that is they don't have confidence in my ability and my game to compete with those players next year. And you guys have gave me that confidence to do that. So, I chose to stay here. And, I'm aware of how much money I am giving up. I am aware of that. A 19-year-old kid with that much money. But like I said, I am aware of that. I am aware that, like I said, that's all I keep saying. It's a lot of money, but like I said, I feel like I made the right decision. But when making that decision and giving up that much money, it actually showed me the true colors of some people that, in my life and just around that, thought was close to me. It brought their true colors out, how they really think and how they really feel of me. And I feel like I made the right decision. And go Pokes.
I can't even tell y'all how excited I am right now, man. We got Marcus Smart and Le'Bryan back. Whew. Makes for a good year, man. We need to get Gallagher back jumping. Yeah. I think we should.
That's enough.
We should get some sellouts, man. Ready, man. I'm ready for next year.
All right. I think a lot of you are getting a glimpse on why these guys wanted to come back a little bit. This is something you just don't get every day. This is not something you get a part of your life all the time, to be a part of a team that's as close as this and has as much fun as these guys have. And I know that played a big role in a lot of their decisions. But wanted to open up for questions for any of these guys. We'd kind of do it one at a time. If you'll kind of speak up, let us know where you're from and which player you would like to hear from. Sean?
John Helsley with the Oklahoman. Marcus, we talked on Monday. What clicked to change and help this decision along from 48 hours ago?
Actually, like I said, I've talked with my parents a lot more. Before I made the decision, it was dwelling with me inside, both ways. And my mom came to me after that night. We talked at the banquet, and she said, I've been praying, and whatever you want, I'm happy for you. And I think you know what you want. Yeah, it's hard. You want both, but just go with what your heart. And I just felt, and I prayed that night, and I just woke up the next morning and talked with her again, and I just felt like it was just time for me to go on and make my decision. And OSU is where I wanted to be for one more year and enjoy being a kid. I love you too.
Marcus, the words that Tom Izzo had for you and the visit with Trey Burke, did that have an impact on your decision too?
A little bit. Tom Izzo's a great coach. He's been through this a couple of times. And, I definitely got to share some insight with Trey Burke, who's also a great player. Congratulations to him and his award and all his accomplishments. And hope he does good this year, next year in the NBA, But I definitely got to visit with them a little bit more, and they helped me a lot with my decision.
Sam Gannon, Fox 25. Marcus, what does it mean just to look around you and just to see all the support here? And how excited are you for next season to just be with these guys?
Oh, man, this is incredible. This is a great turnout. There we go. Gallagher's been missing this for a couple of years, and I'm just glad that these group of guys right here, including me and this coaching staff, were able to bring the rowdiness back and to continue this thing that we have. And it's a special thing, and we thank the fans, and we love these guys for coming out and supporting us. And I don't know where I would be without these guys, and it's incredible to see this turnout.
Hey, Marcus, Kyle Frederson with Go Bucks Magazine. How much did the early exit in NCAA tournament maybe motivate you to come back another year? And get How much did the early exit in the NCAA tournament kind of motivate you to come back as well?
Oh, definitely. It motivated me a lot. All my life I've been a winner. Two back-to-back state championships, and come in and we finally make the NCAA tournament. Just all my life I've been winning, but this team and I felt like we had a lot more to accomplish. We were a lot better team than that, and that's just not the way we wanted to go out. And it helped me a little bit to get motivated to come back this year.
Jason Elpquist, Stillwater News Press. Markel and LB, how much did his decision kind of play into your guys' decision to stay, or did that not have any effect?
It was, I guess you said it played a little role in it, but we all made decisions on our own and with our family and with the coaching staff, and we just sat down and we really talked about what was best for us, and I feel like we all came up with staying one more year would be the best thing to do. And even though we all could have did what we dreamed of, it'll still be there after next year. So we just made decisions on our own.
Markel, this program has not had a lot of seniors over the years. You'll be a senior now. Talk about maybe what that means to the program, having some upperclassmen, and maybe what the legacy that you guys can maybe start here.
I think it means a lot. Over the years, you see a lot of young guys leaving early without a lot of experience, and I'm gonna be here for 4 years, so I've learned a lot as I've been here, and I've gotten better over the years as I've been here, and I'm hoping to continue to build on that, continue to learn more, continue to gain chemistry with my teammates, continue to get better as a player. So it means a lot coming in here to be a senior, and with the knowledge that I have of my years before, it's great to have.
Markel, how does it feel? The two guys next to you came in as All-Americans. Their names have been on the draft boards since they started here. You've kind of worked your way up there. You weren't initially listed, and then now some mock drafts had you potentially in the first round. I mean, how does it feel to have this rise where you kind of went from not even on the radar of some teams and now potentially a first round pick that's staying another year?
I've been dealing with that almost all my life. I talked to my high school coaches, even back in the recruiting process, and it was a lot of big names out there before me, and he always used to tell me that doesn't matter all the time. You can always go out there and make a name for yourself, and I think I've done that. And with the help of these guys, they brought in their great talents to mix in with mine, and they made me look good out there on the court, so that helped out a lot also. But I don't really think all that matters. It's just about us going out there and playing well as a team and going out there and getting wins. It's the over factor.
Marcus and Le'Bryan, I'm sure you're aware, the Final Four's in Dallas next year. Is that kind of a realistic expectation with everyone coming back? That's kind of the goal?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The Final Four in Dallas next year, is that kind of a realistic expectation and a goal you're setting for the team?
Definitely, Final Four is in Dallas next year, but that's not what we're really focused on. We're going to take it one game at a time, but it would definitely be neat to make it there and to go back to our hometown. No doubt about it. But like I said, this team's going to take it one game at a time and focus on things in front of us and not worry about what's in the future until it comes.
It would be great, but like he said, we're taking one game at a time. It starts in the summer. We gotta get better in the summer, and we gotta look forward towards that. It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, this one's for Coach Ford. Travis, what was your reaction when up here when Marcus Smart told you he's coming back?
We've been talking to all three of these guys for a while, and giving them as much advice and counseling over this whole process on things that can help them make their decision either way. And we talked Monday morning and kind of went over a few things, and Marcus just had mentioned to me, Coach, I think I know what I want to do, and I didn't even ask him what it was. I just said, okay, good. He said, I want to talk to my mom and dad. Let's do it, and then just let me know. And when he told me, I was relieved for him, because it's been, as you can imagine, a very stressful time. I'm trying to decide, and so many people hearing from so many different sides. So obviously, I was excited, and I told him I was excited because he was excited. I told him he knows I'd love to coach all these guys another year, but I understand both sides of it, get it, understand it very well. And all we kept telling these guys, do what you want to do and do what it's going to excite you. If you say you're going to come back, I want you to say it with a smile. If you say you want to go to the NBA, say it with a smile. Whatever it is, I want you to be happy, be excited about it. And when he said, Coach, I want to stay, he was excited about it, and I could see he was relieved. I told him to sleep on it, called him back next morning and said, you sure? This is what you want to do? Yep. So I said, come see me later on today, and I asked him again before I told anyone. And then once I knew that he was for sure this is what he wanted to do, then we started planning things from that point on.
Coach, Brendan Morris, Listed Illustrated. Marcus talked about, he knows how much money he's given up. He knows everybody's going to bash him, all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that people didn't take into account are all these guys next to him. And I mean, we all know that was probably a big part of his decision. How much do you think that was to him?
Well, everybody's got their opinion. We've learned that very well. But the only opinion that matters is Marcus Smart's, Markel Brown's, Le'Bryan Nash's, what they want to do. And they all have their reasons. Some of their reasons are the same for staying. Some of them are the exact same. Some of them are different reasons. But they have their reasons on why they decided they wanted to stay. And that's the only thing that matters for me, as long as they're happy with their decision. And, and I think that's the most important thing, period, is what their decision. I told them they don't need to stay for me. As close as they are for this team, they don't need to stay for the team. They don't, we gave them every bit of advice. We threw every single thing we could think of out there on both sides. Then they had to make the decision.
This question's for Marcus. you spoke very candidly about this whole process, hearing the critics and finding out who's really your friend and who's really not looking after for you. I mean, how much of this was a learning process, and how mentally stronger are you because of all of what's been said and who's been talking to you?
It's been a huge learning process. All my life I've grown up around people trying to connive and slick their way into people's lives, only in my own family, you know. You got, like, some people got their own ways, but sometimes your family members can actually betray you and hurt you in the most ways that you wouldn't expect. But this has definitely been a big learning experience for me. And, you know, I'm just glad I can go through this learning experience with a group of guys that has the same passion and love to do the same thing that I love to do, and that's play the game of basketball.
Kelly Hines, Tulsa World. This question's for Travis. You've had a lot of youth in the past. How much does it change the forecast for next season having these guys back?
You know, a lot of things have been on hold for us until they made their decision, you know, scheduling and different things like that. And, you know, so that has played a role as far as, you know, us being able to move forward at this point and understand who's on our basketball team. But it is, you know, it's going to be nice coming into October 15th with guys having an understanding of what I want, and that's been a while, that we've been able to, you know, really pick up from last year, even though we did have a few guys returning on this year's team. But I'm excited. I've told people a lot last couple of days, you know, there's no question we had a good year, no question that we've got a pretty nice team returning and everybody likes to win and all that. I'm more excited. I've been doing this a long time. I've been around this game a long, long time. I've won a lot of games, lost games, and have experienced everything pretty much basketball has to give. I'm most excited that I get to coach every day a group of guys that I enjoy being around, that they have fun together, they make my job easy. I enjoy being around these guys. That's truly what I'm most excited about. You know, when they all told me we were coming back, I was excited. Hey, I get to coach you. It wasn't immediately thinking, oh, we're going to be this, we're going to be that. And that's what gets me excited, that we continue to get to coach a group of young men that care about each other, that have fun. And, you know, each one of their conversations, too, that when we talked to them, they each talked about how much, if they stayed another year, they could further their education. They could get that much closer to a degree. And that impressed me. You know, and you know, it says a lot about these young men, and people don't understand they had options. They had options, and they chose. And I was telling Coach Holder, it says a lot about this university, because, you know, they could have loved their teammates, they could have loved me and everything, but if they didn't enjoy getting up every morning and walking across this campus and being a part of this school, they wouldn't have stayed. They wouldn't have stayed. And it says a lot about their experience that they're having here right now. A lot about Oklahoma State and the experience that they enjoy going to school, not just playing basketball, but they enjoy going to school every day. Because so many players make decisions to leave college because they don't want to go to school anymore. They may not be ready, they may not, but you hear them, I'm tired of going to class, or I'm tired of all right, you know, I'm ready to move on. These guys, I believe, chose it for the right reasons. And I made sure each one of them, I wanted to know why they wanted to stay. Tell me why. Don't just, you know, I want to know why, because, you know, there was decisions they could have made. Is that it, Kevin? We good? Last two.
Phil, we'll let you represent the rest of your teammates. What's the feeling and reaction right now knowing these three guys are coming back?
Yeah, Phil.
I mean, we're just as excited, if not more, than these guys. I mean, they sacrificed so much. Just everyone knows that they had the opportunity to go to the next level and play, and that they gave up all the money and all the fame and everything just to come back another year. I mean, we're really excited. We can't wait to, you know, get back to work. And we had a great season last year, but of course it didn't end how we all wanted it to. And so that's obviously something that's in the back of our mind. But I mean, like anything, this kind of goes past basketball. These three guys are great people, and we're just all great friends, and we get along together. So I'd probably say the best thing about them coming back is we get to spend another year together. And I think I speak for the rest of the guys when I say that's what we're looking forward to the most.
Travis, you mentioned scheduling. Is this now a team that you take and on the road and maybe go take on some really good challenges with a few holes maybe that you have in your schedule?
Well, we've got to be smart. We can't, you got to be smart on who you schedule. And, it's all, and I've said every year, and most of the time we've gotten it right. There's been a year or two that we didn't get it right as far as non-conference scheduling. But everything you want to do is try to prepare your team for conference play. And we'll continue to do the same thing. As you can imagine, my phone's been blowing up with opportunities this morning. People wanting us to play in this and that and putting, things together. We just got to step back and evaluate. There's some things already in place, but there is some flexibility with it at this point. And we just need to figure out what's best for this basketball team to help us continue to prepare to get better as the season goes along. We don't want to just try to be great in the month of December. We want to try to be great in the month of March and April. So it's a process, but there's a few things in place. Again, I want to thank media. I want to thank all the students and fans and everybody coming out. I know it meant a lot to these guys, and I just want to reiterate again, your support did play a role in their decisions. Your support of this basketball team did play a very big role in them wanting to come back and be a part of this university and to be a part of Gallagher-Iba and making Gallagher-Iba the toughest place to play in America. So please come back and continue to support this basketball team, and let's pack Gallagher-Iba every single night. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming out. Thank you.
Which one's yours? Okay, they're all, is it Sony or Olympus?